Hello everyone. Welcome to Art Town Podcast Series, or ATPS as we like to call it. Every week on Friday, we feature art and design professionals who take us through their journey in this fascinating world of art. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. And with that, let's continue with the show and dive deep into the ocean of art. Today we have with us a very cheerful and passionate soul who breathes fashion. Facing all the odds, she pursued her love for fashion designing. She went on to become a model by overcoming her insecurity regarding her body. She is a social media influencer and has done a reality show too. So here is our candid conversation with Achal Avre, where we talk about creativity, fashion trends, dreams and passion. So thanks for joining us today, and it is my pleasure to host you. So before diving into the world of fashion, I'll just ask you, how are you and how is lockdown treating you?
I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. And lockdown has been really helpful to me in a lot of ways actually. I've been getting a lot of time lately to create what I've always wanted to create, and yeah, I think it's the best time that I could have ever asked for. So
We know that lockdown is going to change a lot of things, this
right.
COVID-19 situation.
Right.
So, how do you think it is going to impact the fashion?
Yeah, I think massive change is going to happen after all this is over. First of all, we all know one essential has been added to fashion world, that is mask. Yeah, we all know of that. And I think so many designers have been coming up with so many innovative masks so far, and I think that is going to be an industry in itself after this whole situation is over. And I think the sector that is going to be highly affected due to all this is going to be the thrifting industry, the sector for thrifting. I think people are going to be very cautious of thrifting going ahead. So I think that could be an issue. So yeah, there is going to be a massive impact on this.
What does fashion mean to you? And why did you decide to choose a career in fashion designing at the first place?
Okay. First of all, there is only one word that I would like to say about what fashion means to me. It's my life. It's just who I am. So fashion is something that makes me who I am. And the reason why I chose to become a fashion designer is I I don't know. There is not a reason as such, because I always knew this is what I wanted to do. So ever since I was a kid, last that I remember, I think being 7 years old, I remember making my own clothes and sewing clothes for my dolls, and sketching on the back of my books when I was supposed to study. I used to always sketch in the back of my books, and one thing that was always in my head was design. Even when I did not know the meaning of fashion design, I knew I wanted to do this. So I went ahead with this. I've never been very good with studies. So, yeah, this is the only thing that I'm really good at. And yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm here.
It is pretty amazing to know that you already knew from the start itself that you wanted to do this, because many of the people don't know this, especially when
Yeah.
they are, especially when they are in their childhood, they don't know this. What motivated you to pursue modeling along with fashion designing?
Okay. So first of all, if you've seen me, I'm a very skinny person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and I've always kind of been really underconfident about the way I look. I'm not underconfident anymore, but I used to be. So this one random day when I was working in college, some of my stylist friends approached me and told me that, you know what, you have facial features of those of international models, and we would love to have you in one of our shoots. So
Wow.
we won't be able to pay you, but yeah, you can come and model for us and all of that. And that was really shocking to me, first of all. And I didn't know why they saw a model in me. Like I've always been so conscious about the way I look. But then I did it for the first time. It was really hard, but I did it. And then I realized that I felt really confident after the whole shoot was done, and I walked out of the studio feeling really confident about myself. So that's one way why I thought, okay, let me pursue modeling, or maybe let me just practice doing it because that is making me confident in my own skin. So that's how I got into this, and yeah, the reason why I love modeling is because I get to be creative, and creativity is like it's in my veins, and wherever I see a scope to be creative, I'm all in for it. And another reason why I also pursue modeling now professionally as a freelancer is because it also gives me sort of a financial push, into doing designing. So that's one reason why I do it right now. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so what according to you is your favorite part of being a fashion designer?
As I said, creativity. There is boundless creativity involved in this. Nobody is going to tell you, oh, you're wrong, oh, you're right. No, that's not how it works in this field. So you're open to exploring your own world and, creating wonders and magic. And I just feel that it gives you such a superpower, not just to be able to create magic with clothes, but to be able to create magic with whatever you are provided with. So that's what I love the most about being a designer or fashion designer or whatever.
Okay. So as you told me that creativity is all that takes to be a fashion designer. It
Right.
is one of the things that takes to be a fashion designer. So
Yeah.
what is the craziest cloth that you make? Like from the craziest material ever, and you didn't thought of it that I could make a amazing outfit out of it, and but you made it.
Okay. So there's a lot that has happened with me while making things that I think I was making. So first of all, when in the beginning I didn't know that paper could make outfits, but then I did, and after that I didn't know newspaper could make me wearable shoes, and I did it.
Yeah.
So I've made up to 4 pairs of shoes. I've made different sorts of heels, all wearable, of course not in monsoons, but yeah, all wearable. I've worn them to college for over 4 months, and they have not, you know, एक बार भी वो मतलब tear भी नहीं हुआ. There was not a single scratch on my shoes. So I think that's the most incredible thing that I've made. And another thing that I think has been an incredible creation of mine is every drape that I've been doing since the lockdown. I always knew that I was pretty good with draping, but I didn't know I had the power to make a sharara pant out of a sari. But yeah, I discovered it, and people are loving it. Yeah. So I think it's a discovery every day. Whatever new I make, I feel really, overwhelmed with my own creation. So that's what I would say about this.
Wow. I heard about paper clothes, but I never ever heard about paper shoes. So that it literally blew my mind right now. And I would
Oh,
actually like to see and wear it because
wow.
yeah, because that is something which I never heard of. So that
You can take mine.
yeah, yeah, I'll surely love to try that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So technology is everywhere right now,
Right.
everywhere,
Right.
and we can't miss
Right.
the fact that it must be used in fashion industry too. So, what kind
Right.
of current technology or software do you use to design clothes, or do you just prefer the traditional way of designing clothes, that is through sketching and through pen and paper? So,
Oh, okay. So whatever technique it is, it has to be sketching first, um, according to the designer's rules. Even though I never followed it when I was a kid or when I was like, I would say practicing design on my own, I would never do that. I would always drape and cut from kidhar se bhi and just stitch and do my own thing. So I would say I really prefer the traditional way of doing stuff. because it's more handy. You can feel it. You can feel what you're doing. You can see what you're doing. Other than that, if you I've seen so many people designing their stuff on Illustrator, Photoshop first, and then getting them sewn or stitched and everything. There are so many different techniques for embroideries as well, for cutting the fabric as well. Industry is really technologically advanced that way.
Yeah.
But I still prefer sewing by hand. I still prefer embroidering by my hand. I still prefer dyeing my own clothes. So yeah, it's always been like that, and I think it's going to be like that forever for me. I just need to feel the fabric and feel the design, That's a different feeling. And that's the thing that you won't get the beauty that you get with creating something by hand will not ever be achieved by making something digitally or by using technologically advanced equipment, So that's another thing.
Yeah, very true. So,
Yeah.
what do you think is a very necessary skill for becoming a successful fashion designer or a successful model?
I think it's creativity again. You have to set yourself free. Like you can't be bound to anything. The most powerful tool that you can have is to keep your mind open, to keep yourself open to challenges, and to not question the next thing that you're going to do. Okay, so for example, if somebody tells me that oh, you can't lift your leg up in the air while modeling, that doesn't look right. No, that shouldn't happen. Like you should be open to trying things on, and the world would be there for you. Like the world really likes to see something that's new, and you should be able to create something new, and that comes when your mind is open. So I think that's the most important and powerful tool when it comes to fashion design and modeling.
Okay. So, actually, I must say that because
Yeah.
I must say that the way you describe fashion designing is so
Yeah.
pretty that
Oh, wow.
it just shows how passionate you are towards fashion designing. The happiness and the cheerfulness and the candidness in your answers are actually telling me that you are in love with fashion design.
Yeah.
So the next question that I want to ask you is, how do you
Yes.
stay up to date regarding fashion trends?
Okay, so I'll be completely honest. I don't stay updated with the fashion trends because I don't believe in trends. I don't believe in what you call bhed chal in Hindi. Trend is something that comes and goes, right? I like things that stand out. I don't like things that people follow as a group. I don't like that. So I don't usually keep myself updated with trends. As far as I have to design something for a client, I don't. For myself, I don't. So, for example, um, fringes were really in trend back in the days. So everybody, like everyone you see walking on the road would wear fringed sandals or fringed purses and fringed everything. It just kind of makes me sick to see the same thing everywhere. And nobody looks at you saying, okay, why are you wearing a fringe? Like, what's so different about this? There is nothing that is very different about that thing, But if you walk in with something in a room full of fringe, if you walk in with something subtle, people are going to ask you. They are going to look around and look at you. So that's what I believe about trends for myself. But when it's about doing a service for clients, then yeah, of course, I have to stay updated with trends. That depends on the client as well. So that's how I do it. And at the end of the day, I just go to WGSN and see what's going on and what's going to be there for future. And I just look around myself. And the moment you start looking around yourself, you know what is trending. You don't have to look for it. So that's how it is.
Yeah, that was a very different perspective towards trends because I was not expecting that answer, to be honest. So
Okay.
it actually struck my mind when you said that trends are something you see everywhere. So if you are wearing something out of the trend, then you will be seen more than the people who are
Yeah.
wearing the things that are in trend. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
exactly.
very different perspective. So yeah,
I'm glad I could give you that.
yeah. So according to you, I know that you don't believe in trends, but
Right.
what according to you is your favorite fashion trend and the one which is completely uncalled for, which was not needed at all? So what is
Okay.
such kind of a trend?
If about fashion, I think the best trend that I've seen so far is white sneakers. I know that's a very BS answer, but I think that's a very evergreen and beautiful trend that we've got. Two trends. Before that, if somebody was seen sporting white sneakers or white shoes, they would be looked at like being somebody from a school, because of course school students wear black shoes and white shoes, and that's all that they wear. And so I think that's a great trend that was there, and I think it's going to stay there. It's not a trend; it's like become a fashion staple now.
Yeah.
Earlier it wasn't so, now it is. So I think that's the best trend that we've got, and a trend that was really uncalled for. I think that has to be with makeup. I hated the trend wherein people would make those jiggly, jaggly eyebrows
Oh
for
yeah.
makeup. I don't know why that was trending, and that is the worst thing that I have ever seen. And it's
Yeah,
about
very
fashion.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know who will wear it. And I did so many people. There was like a wave of people doing the same eyebrows, and I just couldn't understand why. So nobody needs that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, there are many such fashion trends, and when you said makeup,
yeah.
so many things popped out in my mind because there are many
Huh.
trends in fashion which are really very unnecessary.
Yeah,
So
exactly. What do you think it is?
we know that every trend is maybe updatation of a old trend, or there's
Yeah,
always updatation in the things that happen in world. So how
right.
do you relate the present and past fashion trend?
Okay, so again, I don't go with my style or my fashion according to the trends. It's all
Right.
about discovery. But if I have to, then I think the vintage has always been an inspiration to whatever comes next. Because yeah, fashion is not a lot of discovery, because a lot of people don't keep themselves open to discoveries. Like a lot of people like to take inspirations from the past, and the history actually, yeah, the history repeats itself. That's all. And I think that the best example for this is flared pants.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like people would wear them back in the 80s, 90s, and it wasn't there after that, and now it is like blooming, blooming in ways you can't even imagine. And uh, yeah, the past is really helpful into getting an insight on what beauty you can create going forward. So yeah, that's how. I
Yeah.
don't really look at what has happened earlier. I just do what comes to my mind.
Okay.
It's just that way.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
why I asked you this question was,
Yeah.
whenever I wear something, my mom says,
Mhm.
अरे ये तो मैं पहनती थी मेरे college days
हाँ.
में. So I'm like कि oh ये इसमें नया क्या है फिर? So
हाँ.
that happens a lot. My mom recalls her fashion things when her
Yeah.
friends whatever they were at her time, and even I
Right.
was watching a movie when I saw. Do you know Jennifer Aniston from Friends?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that lady is really like wears
Yeah.
very good clothes. So she was
Yeah, true.
wearing this ripped jeans, and it was a movie from 2000s. And I'm like, "Ki, this trend is
हाँ.
trending right now. The concept of ripped jeans, I have seen this in past 2, 3 years. So
Right.
yeah, even that ripped jeans are a trend. So I was like, "Ki, yeah, maybe this
Yeah.
happens."
Yeah,
So
the jeans were there, crop tops were there. If you see
yeah,
Kareena Kapoor's movies, she's seen sporting all of those
yeah.
clothes in Bollywood. And that's been there since forever. It's just that trends go out of trend
Mm-hmm.
after a while, and they come back in trend. Vintage
Yeah.
bolke, it comes back in trend, and how designers adapt to it is just add a modern touch to it, because
Mm-hmm.
not everything that comes from the past can be worn by the generation that it is today. So आज के generation के according they manipulate the older trends, and they uh, send it to the market for people like us to wear. So that's how it works.
Yeah. Well, when
Yeah.
I talked about Jennifer Aniston, so
Right.
is there anybody in Bollywood that you feel is actually carrying out the clothes and is wearing really fabulous clothes?
I think there is only one answer to that, Ranveer Singh.
Oh.
I know he's called a maniac of fashion. People don't understand his passion, but then if you see from a creative person's perspective, he is doing a fabulous job. Like, he pulls off print like crazy. Like, I don't think anybody else pulls it off like him. Prints
Yeah.
and colors and everything. The way he mixes stuff, complete credit goes to the stylist, not Ranveer. But yeah, the stylists are doing a great job, and Ranveer is doing a great job carrying it. I don't think anybody else can carry it like him. So I think
Yeah,
that's him. Otherwise, every other Bollywood fashion person or Bollywood celebrity that I've seen has some sort of influence onto them from the West to Ranveer Singh. So I think he's the only person. Hats off to him.
Yeah, very true.
That's the main thing that you should be wearing wherever you go, whatever you wear, whatever you do. Confidence is the key.
Yeah, very true. So,
Yeah.
it's very important how people feel when they wear something, because whenever we buy something, we just feel it, and
Yeah.
if we like the feel of that cloth, and if we like the feel of that pattern, so
Yeah.
we buy it, right? So
Right.
how do you want people to feel when they are wearing clothes that you have designed?
I think they need to feel really mind blown by themselves. Every time they look into the mirror, they should see, okay, wow, I'm looking bomb. That's what I want people to feel when
Yeah.
they wear my clothes. And if you are familiar with the kind of clothes that I make,
Mhm.
they're very feminine. I design for women's wear for my own brand.
Mhm.
Uh, Other than that, I as a freelance designer, I do menswear work as well. But then, if you see my personal designs, they're very feminine. They have very unique cuts that you wouldn't have seen anywhere else, and that's what I want my clients to realize as well. Like, when they walk into a room and get surrounded by 10 people asking them where they have got it from, that would give them a boost, to come back to my brand and wear that. And that's what I want. I want them to feel unique. I want them to feel like, even though they did not create it, their personality is reflected through my garment, the unsaid, unknown personality that they have with the world. Because I think my garments can be worn by people who are really creative. So that's how I
Wow.
would. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Like, you told me right now that you design for like, you are a freelancer, and you have your own, which you want to do in your future. Absolutely, we want to do, and that would be the dream job of yours.
Okay. So I don't correctly, it wouldn't be very correct to say that I have a label of my own as of now. I just I like make collections, and I don't have so many sales as of now because I don't advertise them, or I haven't put them out in the market as of now. But uh, my dream job is to have my own label in the near future. I want to have like a big studio with beautiful clothes, everything inspired by my paintings and my creative journey and all that. That's what I love doing, and that's what I want to do. And I want to be able to learn from companies like Dior and Chanel. I don't know, those are really big dreams, but I'm trying my best to be able to go there. But I just want to learn from them. But if they are the brands, the companies that I really worship. So that's what I would say for this. And yeah, the moment I have my dream studio, everyone knows who label Aanchal Avre is and what it is about. That's the moment I would feel my life has been, worth every bit of it.
Yeah. I hope your dreams come true, and I am quite sure of the fact because of that because you seem pretty confident to me.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's really like nice up till now to talk to you. It's been very candid.
Hope you liked our show. You can give your valuable feedback and suggestion of speakers you would like us to host next by writing us on www.artdown.store. Stay tuned to our channel as we are going to come up with brand new episodes every week on Friday. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. See you soon.